All right, welcome back everyone. In this one, we're going to go through one of the most talked about things in the caravan industry, and that is batteries and solar. So we've teamed up with Enerdrive. They've given us another battery, another solar panel. We're going to add it to our existing system and just show you how it's done. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, chuck the solar panel upside down, and I'm going to put our brackets on to mount it. So I've just got these from Super Cheap. The profile there, it allows it to sit up off whatever you're mounting it to give some space in between, because you need that ventilation, because the hotter these things get, the worse they perform. So you want to have that air gap, keep them nice and cool, and also water won't get trapped under there. So I'll lay these out, we'll screw them on. Alright, that's all our brackets installed. Spread out nicely to let the ventilation go through. Next thing, I'm going to swap these MC4 connectors over to Anderson plugs, just because that's what I work with. Everything on the van is Anderson, so I'll swap these over and yeah, we'll go from there. Right, I've chucked him up. We're just going to measure exactly where it's going to go. Then we'll pull him back off, apply a bit of silicone on the base, just so it sticks nice and well. And then bring him back up, sit him down and screw him on. All right, now just got a bit of roof and gutter, a bit of black. Chuck it on each one of these so we get a nice solid fixing down. Then I'll wipe our space up there, and then we'll throw him on. Okay, once that's all mounted, I've already extended our cable, put a red solar Anderson on this end, so I can plug straight into the red solar Anderson on the A-frame, supplied by titanium, hiding down in there. So I'll run him down around the back of the box, bring him underneath and have him here, so we can also disconnect him from there and have him go straight to the back of the car. That's the plan. Alright, this here is the finished product. All fixed down, glued, cable runs across the back, down there, underneath, up to the front A-frame. So I've got it here, I can connect it straight to the caravan, or as I've got it here, I can go straight to a solar input on the car. Got him plugged in. and we're running about 8 amps at the moment. We're running 11 amps before, just off the one panel. So now, which is awesome, it solves a big issue for me because obviously we've got the boat up there and no space to put a panel. So now I've got that one on there, I can plug this in, I can charge either the van or the car. Works awesome. All right, so the next step is to install our 300 amp lithium battery in here. So I've booted the family outside. They can stay out there while I do this. I'll get all ready and I'll show you what we're working with. Okay, this here is our sealed section where our batteries are. Says it right there, must be sealed. Comply with the laws. Alright, these are our two existing beautiful 300 amp batteries, 600 in total. So we need to do some measuring. I want to see if our extra battery will fit there if we slide these two along. If not, I'm going to move our hydraulic brake system down, put it in there and build another little cover to go over it. So we'll do some measuring, see what we can work out. All right, after doing some measuring, it looks like 3 will fit perfectly through there with about 5 mil in between each of them. So that should work out fine. So I'll rip this all apart. I'll disconnect all these batteries, turn everything off, move them all along, put the new one at the end, and connect it all up. Hot tip for titanium owners, to get your batteries out, they actually won't fit through that hole. We tried this when we were at Enerdrive last time. So you actually have to pull this off, there's a heap of screws here, some around the back, then pull this plate off, and then they just slide straight out. So much easier. We tried every single way to get them out through there and it just would not come out. Okay, so whenever you disconnect your batteries, always come out and isolate everything. So you need to isolate your solar inputs first and then isolate your batteries. So I've got 2 PV isolators up there, which are my 2 solar ones. And then I've got my 200 here, which goes down to my batteries. So always disconnect solar first, then your batteries, then you're safe to do whatever you need to do. When you come back, do the opposite. So battery on first, then your 2 solar loads, whatever you have, after. Very important, don't do it under load. Okay, now it's time to start disconnecting these and shuffling them all along so we can fit our other battery down there. When I do this, I'm always super careful not to let anything touch each other, because you've still got 2 live batteries here with cables just hanging out. So if that right now were to come and touch this, that will short the battery, which the battery management system will kick in and disconnect everything. So it's not the end of the world, but just always pays to be careful. next step, we're going to open up our battery. We're going to get the base plate out, because it actually works as a really good template to see if it's all going to fit. Just make sure, one final measurement before we start fitting the base plates in, and put some batteries on top of them. Have a look at that. Isn't it beautiful? That's what we're looking for. Would you look at that? Absolutely perfect fit. So if you're wanting to know, will 3 batteries fit across there? Yes, it will. The only thing I had to make sure of was it doesn't hit our atmospheric pressure vent, which help us comply with the new rules. We can't take that out. All right, now that I know they're all going to fit, I've laid them out where they need to go. Then I'm going to start fixing the first one down, bring a battery in, put the next plate down, bring that battery in until we get to the last one. And then we'll start connecting up. Don't forget your straps. One down, 2 to go. Look at that. Sorry, a bit light in the middle, but nice and snug, perfect fit, if you ask me. Now what we're going to do is connect them up. Okay, so when you connect your batteries, to have an even draw of current through all 3, I need to have my negative connected to this battery and my positive connected to the other end of the battery. So the positive there is where my positive will go, and the rest will be linked through. That way, when we're pulling current, we'll pull through all 3 at the same time. Luckily, when we were at Enerdrive, I got the boys to make these up for us, just so I knew I'd have the right size and everything. So, yeah. All right, they're all connected now. So I'll just give you a bit of a close up. So we're actually using 95mm cable with an 8mm hole. If anyone wants to do the same, that's the size cabling and hole you need for your lugs. So my positive comes in here to this battery, and the negative goes out of this battery here to our system behind our fridge. So that way, like I said earlier, draws across all 3. At least that's what the boys in Enerdrive tell me, and those fellas know what they're talking about. Now we'll put all this back together. We'll go turn everything on back outside. And the last thing we need to do, which is possibly the most important, is we need to let our system know that we've gone from 600 amps to 900 amps. So lithium systems aren't like the old, I don't know, NiCad systems, everything like that, where you could just add another battery and it would work it out. Because it holds its voltage for so long, it needs to be told exactly how much battery it has there, otherwise it just will not work. properly at all, and you'll end up damaging some batteries. So we'll do that, show you what to do. All right, so coming back outside, we've now got to turn all our system back on. So we're going to do the opposite of what we did before. So battery on first, then we go up to our solar controllers or our isolators, turn them on, and then, like your last, inverter back on. All right, so coming back inside, head to your submarine system, and we're going to reprogram it. So head to this heading here, hold the refresh button, that'll bring up your settings menu, go down to devices, batteries, main battery, and then if you go down, I've already changed it just so I got everything right for you, but go into it, into your 900 or it would be 600, whatever yours is set up, then you just go up and down to change it to whatever you've got, and you can do it by one increment so you can get it to the perfect amount. Then once you've set it, go out and you're good to go. And that's it, simple as that. Now we're at 900 amps. You bet.